Order. This evening, we have two requests on the agenda. The first one is stop sign request for Wisner Avenue and Wisner Place. I would like to thank the chief for doing his due diligence for his traffic analyst report. He did a wonderful job. From what report that we have from the chief, it doesn't seem like it needs the stop sign in that area, because from what the chief is saying, it's already congested in that area to have a stop sign, so that's not really going to work. So, Chief, can you tell us exactly why you think the stop sign is not going to work?
Well, I'll start off. I thought you were looking for a stop sign on Wisner Avenue on Wisner Place.
Yes, correct. That's what I just said.
That's what you want? You want on Wisner Avenue?
Yes.
Still some confusion about the Wisners here.
On Wisner
On
Place.
Yeah, okay.
You don't want Wisner Avenue.
Oh, yeah.
Wisner Avenue and Wisner Place.
Wisner Place, when you go, I guess.
Yeah, they want it at Wisner Place,
Yeah,
Chief.
not Wisner Avenue.
Hey, Kevin's,
At the intersection, correct, yes.
On Wisner, he wanted to stop it on the T part, not the,
Wisner Place is the stop sign.
Okay. I'm getting a request for a stop sign on Wisner Avenue and Wisner Place. This is what I'm reading. Okay.
That's what we,
We know where it is.
that's what we need.
All right, Chief, go ahead,
Are we
please.
talking about the same intersection?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
that's the only where it hits.
Okay.
Wisner Place.
Typo, right? Hold on.
I read it the same way. I read it that it was wanted on Wisner Avenue originally, but yes, it's congested there. So if you look at the data I provided you, it's a summary from our traffic software that gives us the volume of traffic day in and day out and the time of day and so on and so forth. You'll see based on both the reports I did it on both Wisner Avenue and Wisner Place, and then I narrowed it down even on Wisner Avenue a little tighter. The software is giving us information that during the peak times of the morning for the traffic and the evening, the afternoon, the school times where our highest volume of traffic is already congested. So that was my response to you, that I feel by adding another stop sign there, you're gonna just increase that congestion.
Okay, all right. Since this is the third ward, I'd like to, yes, okay. The first ward, yes, correct, yes. Since this is the first ward,
On going to Wisner Avenue.
That's Wisner Place we're looking at Wisner Ave. That's Brace
so
Centers
this, okay,
in the
all right,
background.
So right now,
So yes, so the current law requires when people approach an intersection, they're required to stop. As a T intersection does require stopping. We have the same situation on many streets throughout the city. We've talked about it in the past. There are several locations, but that's up to you guys if you want to put something there.
I'll hand it over to the alderman in the first ward, Alderman Massey.
Well, actually, Kevin and I have been talking about this, and I think he's better prepared because he's over there on a daily basis.
Okay. All right, Kevin.
So thank you. Thank you for your work on this, Chief and Jacob. I appreciate all that. So that is a very congested area, as noted, especially during like dismissal, because the high school kids all are walking and everything like up Fairlawn and making that left and then hitting that traffic, that twin, and they only release maybe 5 minutes earlier at the high school. So everyone's sort of hitting that area pretty close at the same time. So I'm in favor of this because I appreciate the thinking behind it. But like, you have a lot of young drivers there too who are going to see that T, and I think not automatically knowing that they're supposed to stop or be aware. I mean, there's kids and everybody moving in every direction. It's what seems logical to us about it. I really think that because of that time frame, that's why I would vote to have that. I understand that we're trying not to solve all the problems with these, but I don't know. I just feel like that spot at between 2 o'clock or 2:10 and like 2:40 is very congested. Plus you got kids moving in and out all the time, like I said. So that's my take. And I work at the board office. So I'm by there every day, basically. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Alderman Rodriguez with a Z.
I understand that the congestion is a problem, and, you know, if it's going to create more traffic for the city, yeah, I don't see any other recourse than to, you know, go no. I don't see it. I don't see the same thing you see. I mean, I drive through there every day, and, you know, when I go to work and back and forth, and other than the morning hours and the afternoon and the late hours where you're saying all these kids come out, but I can only imagine that there's a lot more cars on the street at the same time. I can just see it just flooding those veins, you know what I mean? That's how I feel about it.
Alderman Ray.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding before I make a comment. So this is going to be at that street facing Wisner, right? It stops you before you, and that's a T'd intersection, which according to New York State law is automatically a stop. So all we're really doing is putting up a sign where the law already exists. So there's really nothing to discuss.
Just like in my development, at every corner, every street, there's no stop sign. But when the kids start learning how to drive, they always cut in front of you.
That's what I'm saying, there's not much to discuss.
Same thing that happens here all the time. When parents are coming out and schools are coming back out on Cherry Street and everybody, Stratton Avenue, it's a pain in the neck. So a stop sign just helps people just to stop onto Wisner because
I
they're
agree,
doing
but
30 miles an hour.
We're not deciding whether or not you have to stop there. You have to stop there.
Yeah.
We're just putting up the sign, so it doesn't really seem like a big.
All right. Alderman Massey.
And based on your comments, Kate, I see no reason not to put one there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't even know
Oh,
why.
okay,
we're
I
discussing
thought you
it.
were talking
Because
against
we're
it.
not
I'm
here
saying
decide whether
you have to.
Stop. According to
I-
state law, you have to stop. We're simply putting up the sign. I don't think it's even,
That's what I was saying.
I think
Okay.
it's just silly that we even discussed it. It's just dotting your i's, really.
I just say, so are we suggesting that the reason there's traffic there to begin with is because people have to stop there, right? Is that what we're saying? You have to stop there anyway, so that creates more congestion. That's what you're saying. I just want to understand, is that what we're saying?
I don't follow your,
No, I don't think the reason is because they have to stop. I think the reason people try to use it as a cut-through to circumvent some of the other traffic that's on Wisner or Gardner, and people just try to find the easiest route, and just diverts the congestion from one place to another.
It's painful.
So can I just ask you, in your experience, and Jacob, if you want to chime in, adding a stop sign, would that change anything? Because to Kate's point,
In my opinion, no.
it wouldn't change a
It
thing.
wouldn't, no.
Well, it would just be a visual.
They have to stop, so the stop sign is, they have to stop anyway.
It might contribute to the congestion, that's your point, right?
Yes.
And you don't have to, if it's the T intersection is almost like yield. It's a yield intersection.
Right.
Meaning you don't have to stop. The police, if they see you and they're rolling through it, they're not gonna give you a ticket and give you points.
But they can.
The judge, what?
But they can.
What?
But they can.
No, I don't believe so. I
According
believe
to
it's a
state, I
yield.
thought New York State law,
It's not a
T
yield
intersection is a
intersection.
stop when you're at the T.
But there's no sign.
It's a yield. You can roll through it without getting, and I don't know, the chief, he's the one who knows.
Chief,
About
can
this
I-
stuff.
Google it, Mayor.
That's-
I appreciate,
I'll have to look that up.
it's the circumstances as much as anything in the location. I understand the rule and the law. I'm just saying, in this particular case, and we talk about congestion, we're not talking about like downtown Manhattan here. We're like, you know, a couple of time frames during the day, preventive maintenance, yes, it's a law. That's why I'm, you know, we already have to stop, it's whether we put the sign up. That's my take. Thank you.
All right. Commissioner.
No, I mean, whatever you guys want to do, like the chief said, we'll be happy to do it. It just, the stop sign, look, if there's no stop sign, you know, people will roll through it in there, but they will slow down, they will yield, and they'll keep going. If there's a stop sign, you must stop. That's what I think Alderman Rodriguez's point about is going to contribute to increasing the congestion because it's going to force you to stop and then go.
All right.
I'd like to ask a question what's the negative part of putting up the stop sign? If you want people rolling through that intersection?
Yeah, if there is no, absolutely, if there's.
Why?
Just, if there's no traffic coming in,
How
why
do you
would
know?
I stop?
What if they're rolling through the stop sign and there is traffic?
No, that's when you stop. That's the whole idea. That's the
Isn't that
line
how
of
accidents
sight.
happen?
That's the line of sight. If there is line of sight, when you get to an intersection, there is line of sight in there, you slow down. If there is no traffic, like DeWitt and Prospect Avenue.
Can we all agree that putting up the stop sign will be more awareness and,
Visual.
and that the
Yeah,
people will absolutely
I
know.
think we all agree on that one.
It's like the traffic circle. Did everyone
stop
use it
sign
right?
cost
Because I know the Bushes would argue no.
This is coming from the guy that put up the traffic circle.
That's what I just said. I said, let's talk about the traffic circle with the tire tracks through the center. People don't just know that, oh, hey, there's no stop sign. I should probably make sure no one's coming. No, they're just like, I'm good to go. And they're going. So the sign is just like, please don't do stupid things, you know?
Guys, you're the ones who make fun of
Roundabouts.
people rolling through the stop sign, right? Not respecting
no,
the stop
if they
sign.
roll and hurt
When you
anything.
start putting
does
stop
it hurt?
sign.
It's just a pause to make sure you're not
You can
pulling
do-
into traffic.
Nothing. You
know?
can do that. You can do that argument about any. Not
on, Julie.
All right, let's not turn it to an argument. Thank you, Commissioner.
This special circumstance
Yes.
because of the school.
Right.
But you go pop traffic stop signs everywhere at every intersection in the city. You say, what is that going to hurt?
I
Nothing.
think where there's more traffic, there's more reason for the stop sign.
Gentlemen, we only have 3 minutes, so I'll
have
leave
the
it to the
statistics.
alderman in the first ward.
Last word.
So, stop signs is actually visual. I can understand why we need it there. I think I'm in favor of it, just for that point. All right. Do you have extra
Our
stop signs?
choice.
No, we don't want to, don't bring him up.
All right.
Don't bring him up. Don't
Okay.
bring him up.
Yeah, leave it sit down.
All right, so I think the committees all agree. Yes, all right. Okay, second request, we do have a request for, the ONRW General Garage has a request for no parking or standing be permitted on the east side of Low Avenue from Wickham Avenue to the end ONRW building property. Commissioner? Yes, sir. Can you give us an overview, please? Yes, it does have pictures. I like the pictures.
I love visual aids.
You passed the photos?
Yes, yes, everyone have one.
We're gonna be into the regular meeting by the time he gets this straight.
Who gave him a laptop?
No, he's got one. He's just,
That's the problem. Who gave him a laptop?
So we have this big construction project going on with ONW, and today during the construction meeting, the contractor requested that no parking regulations or no standing to be from Wickham Avenue all the way along.
Microphone.
Sorry. So the contractor today during construction meeting requested that not to have any parking on the east side of Lau Avenue, which is along the property of ONW, and that will make it more safer for them to conduct their construction, especially as you get closer to the building. I mean, they're going to be working literally in the street. So we're requesting that you accommodate us with no parking from Wickham Avenue all the way to the end of ONW.
is that gonna be permanent or just doing the
now-
construction?
We'll make it permanent for now, and then we'll evaluate after we're done, because we don't know what kind of project is gonna be there, how
On
much they
both
need.
sides?
No, just one side.
One
east
side, just one
It's
side,
on the
yeah.
ONW side?
Just the east, yes, just the ONW side.
I think that's doable.
And then later on, if we find out that, depending on what's gonna happen with the building, and then see how close it gets to the street, and the contractor needs to get in and out of the fence.
Microphone.
Yes.
See how it, how it gets to the street, and how close it gets to the street, the building itself, and the contractor needs to be on that side of the road, basically, taking probably section of the road, so it's
So
not
for
gonna
the
be
time
safe.
being, that's not gonna be the law.
It is gonna be the law.
Okay, but
We're-
we
we're
can always
gonna-
go back and
We're
change.
gonna pass the law. In a
Okay.
year and a half after it's done,
Okay,
we can revisit and say, look, guys, can we, we need that parking again, we'll
Okay.
change it.
So for the
But
duration
now,
of the
make it
project.
permanent, yeah. Permanent, and that's that in there. It depends what project comes out of it, how the parking lot is gonna be laid out. We're gonna change those regulations anyway.
all right, thank you, Commissioner. I'm just gonna go around real quick. Alderman Massey?
They've got to get the project done, and this will
Totally agree.
certainly
Make it safer.
come along. Yeah, it makes sense. To me, it makes sense.
Alderman Gomez?
It sounds reasonable. I think it's
Okay.
more like a temporary suspension of parking onto construction, all for safety interests, yeah.
Okay. Okay,
All good.
all good? All right. This is 7:14. We're